Have you ever seen a rabbit that was brown in the summer, but suddenly turns completely white in the winter? Or a bird that changes from vivid colors to shades of gray as soon as the snow falls? This isn't magic, it's survival. Across the icy regions of the world, certain animals possess an incredible superpower. They can change the color of their fur, feathers, or even skin depending on the season. It's one of nature's most fascinating adaptations, a camouflage technique perfected over millions of years of evolution. Today, we'll explore these incredible shapeshifters of the animal kingdom. From Arctic hares that vanish into snowdrifts, to fish that alter their hue beneath icy waters. And as we go, you'll learn how and why these animals change color, the science behind it, and the threats that climate change is now posing to their winter disguises. Before we meet our snowbound color changers, let's understand how this transformation actually works. Animals don't just decide to change color overnight. The process is triggered by environmental cues, primarily changes in daylight length. As winter approaches, the days grow shorter. Animals have internal biological clocks, called circadian rhythms, that sense these changes. This triggers hormonal shifts, often involving melatonin, which then signals their bodies to start producing new fur, feathers, or skin pigments. In most cases, the change happens gradually over several weeks. Their summer coats, usually brown or gray for blending with soil and vegetation, are replaced with white coats that blend perfectly into the snow. But for some species, it's not just about camouflage. The white fur also provides better insulation by trapping heat, and for others, it may even help reflect excess sunlight from the glaring snow. Let's begin in the frozen landscapes of Canada and Greenland with the Arctic hare. In summer, these hares have a mottled brown and grey coat, which helps them blend into the rocky tundra. But as winter approaches, they molt into pure white. This serves a dual purpose: camouflage against predators like Arctic foxes and snowy owls, and insulation in freezing temperatures that can plunge below -40 degrees Celsius. Interestingly, Arctic hares don't just rely on color change. They huddle together in large groups, sometimes in the hundreds, to conserve warmth. Their fur isn't just for show, it's thick and dense, making them one of the best insulated mammals in the Arctic. The snowshoe hare of North America is another master of seasonal disguise. In summer, they're a rich brown, perfect for hiding in forests and grassy areas. As autumn arrives, they begin shedding their darker fur and growing white fur to match the snow. The change is so complete that by mid-winter, only their dark eyes and the tips of their ears are visible against the white landscape. But here's the twist. Climate change is making winters shorter and snow arrives later than it used to. This means that many snowshoe hares are turning white before the snow arrives, making them extremely vulnerable to predators. Unlike some other animals, their color change is tied to daylight, not temperature, so they can't adapt quickly to the changing seasons. Perhaps one of the most iconic seasonal color changes is the Arctic fox. In summer, they sport a sleek brownish-gray coat to blend in with the tundra's rocks and plants. But as the Arctic becomes a snowy desert, they transform into fluffy white ghosts. The white coat serves as camouflage while they hunt for prey like lemmings and birds, but it also helps them avoid predators such as polar bears and golden eagles. Their fur is the warmest of any animal in the Arctic, and even their paws are covered in fur, acting like built-in snowshoes. Some Arctic fox populations in coastal areas even have a blue morph, a unique winter coat that turns a smoky bluish grey instead of white, perfect for blending with rocky shorelines instead of pure snow. Moving into the world of birds, the ptarmigan, a type of grouse found in Arctic and subarctic regions, changes its feathers with the seasons. In summer, it's brown and speckled, blending with rocks and vegetation. In winter, it grows white plumage that makes it nearly invisible against the snow. Unlike mammals that grow new fur, birds like the ptarmigan go through a molting process, shedding their old feathers and growing new ones that match the season. This change not only provides camouflage, but also boosts insulation, as winter feathers are thicker and trap more heat. The stoat, also known as the ermine in its white winter coat, is a small but fierce predator found in northern regions. In summer, it's reddish-brown with a white belly, but in winter, it molts into pure white, except for the tip of its tail, which stays black. Scientists believe the black-tailed tip may distract predators, giving the stoat a split second to escape. The stoat's color change is an excellent example of camouflage for hunting and avoiding being hunted, a balance of survival skills honed by evolution. While mammals and birds are the most famous seasonal color changes, some fish and reptiles also adjust their colors in snowy or icy conditions. For example, the alpine newt in snowy mountain habitats can shift its tones to match the environment, becoming paler in winter. Similarly, certain Arctic fish species, like the Arctic sculpin, can subtly adjust their skin tones to blend with icy or snowy underwater surroundings, though this happens much faster and can be reversible within hours. Seasonal color change is not just a neat visual trick, it's a matter of life and death. Camouflage allows prey animals to avoid detection and predators to sneak up on their targets. Without this adaptation, many of these animals would struggle to survive the harsh winter months when food is scarce and competition is fierce. Unfortunately, climate change is disrupting these patterns. As snow cover becomes less predictable, animals that depend on matching their surroundings are being caught out of season, white in a brown landscape or brown in a snowy one. This mismatch can lead to higher predation rates and population declines. Researchers are studying whether these animals can adapt quickly enough to changing winters. Some species may evolve to trigger color change based on temperature rather than daylight. Others might shift their range to areas where snow is still reliable. But these changes take time. And the question is whether they can happen fast enough to keep up with our rapidly warming planet. Conservation efforts now focus on protecting habitats and reducing other pressures like hunting, so these species have the best chance of adapting. From the Arctic hare leaping across snowdrifts to the stoat slipping unseen through the white wilderness, animals that change color in the snow are some of nature's most remarkable survivors. Their seasonal transformations remind us how deeply life is connected to the rhythms of our planet. But they also show how fragile those rhythms can be. As winters change, the delicate balance of camouflage and survival is at risk. The next time you see a white-furred hare or a snow-white bird, remember, their color isn't just beauty. It's a story of adaptation, survival, and the ongoing battle against the challenges of nature.